Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to the Mina channel. Today we're going to be talking about something that I know a lot of people are wondering or thinking about. This is definitely a series of questions that a lot of people have. What is canon and the issue with continuity? So Persona 5 Royal was developed alongside Persona 5 Strikers. So this creates a paradox as far as like what people think is canon or isn't canon. So today we're going to be just kind of discussing this. These are my thoughts and impressions on that. And I do want to mention and clarify one thing. Yes, I know there's a video of this YouTuber who was translating one of the interviews that they did, where she talks about the Persona 5 Strikers being a sequel to Persona 5 and not Persona 5 Royal. So I do want to mention that. However, this is an interesting aspect as to what it really is. I do feel like the issue is like a translation issue more than kind of like a little sense of sequel, because when you play Persona 5 and Persona 5 Royal, there isn't really much of a difference when you get to Persona 5 Strikers. In fact, there's no difference whatsoever. Whatever you end up playing and whatever you end up playing to Persona 5 Royal, it actually Persona 5 Strikers, it doesn't really actually matter too much, because the story can be taken either way, and it does continue kind of in a way that it doesn't really affect you in any kind of way. In fact, whether you play either game, doesn't really feel like much of a disconnect on any kind of sense, opposed to maybe some tone aspects. Overall, I do feel like I do want to mention this as well. There is a different word that a lot of people confuse. There's canon and there is continuity, which I feel like a lot of people misunderstand. So Persona 5 and Persona 5 Royal are canon. The Persona 5 Royal makes Persona 5 canon because of the endings. Persona 5 Royal allows for Persona 5 original ending to be in the game. Therefore, Persona 5 Royal is canon. Now, I do want to mention this because a lot of people confuse this. Canon is everything, every piece of work that the author makes that makes it in kind of like this continuity aspect. Now, continuity is what a lot of people mean when they're asking about whether Persona 5 Strikers is continuous from Persona 5 or Persona 5 Royal. That is a different issue entirely up until what canon is. Persona 5 Royal is canon because it's made by the original author. It is made originally by Sega and Atlas, and Persona 5 is originally made by that same company. So therefore, Persona 5 Royal is still a canon game because it's made by the original creator. That's what canon being canon means in like a meaning, like an actual meaning of it. Now, continuity is a different issue because, again, a lot of people kind of run into the aspect of kind of like, well, why is this one there, one isn't there, where are the other characters, and something like that. Everything is actually explained just fine at the end of Persona 5 Royal, so I will be giving some small spoilers if you haven't finished Persona 5 Royal. So Persona 5 Royal ends with all the characters kind of leaving, and the main protagonist obviously having to go back home, and then Kasumi, who is kind of one of the other new party members, she tells you, or she had told you in her storyline, that she is going to go into gymnastic competitions outside of Japan. So that's the entirety of her time with you. She's kind of training to become a gold medalist or something like that. So she's is working hard into her goals. So when she actually goes to see you at the end of Persona 5 Royal, she's actually living with you. She's leaving Japan right there, right now. So that's kind of one of those things where kind of like, I guess a lot of people miss that. Yeah, she's seeing you out, but she's also leaving as well. So she is doing a competition while Persona 5 Strikers is going in as far as like summer. Now, Maruki was never really a central point of, I will say, like a phantom thief where he needs to come back. It's like seeing Shiro come back or something like that. It's sure he was an important aspect of the story, and he is a Persona user, but he's not a central point of the story. He's not relevant to kind of have to continue coming. Now, the one gray area, and the one kind of like a lot of people will argue about, is okay, it's one of the other people which are kind of like more spoilers kind of things, but Akechi really has adapted. I don't know, it's an interesting concept as far as like whether he's alive or not. Some people he is because of the ending of Persona 5 Royal, but you don't really see his face and nothing really points out the direction whether he needs to come back or not. I think they left him like that so that in the case that he did want to bring him back, they can definitely bring him back if they have to. But obviously I feel like they kind of left that open for that particular reason. Does he need to be in Rojo? I'm sorry, on Strikers? I don't actually think so. After playing the entire game, Persona, I don't see a place where Akechi was necessary or needed or anything like that. Not that I don't like the character or anything, but I just didn't feel like his role was important in Strikers to a point where I was like, oh man, he really needs to be in Strikers. I never really felt that way. Actually, in fact, after playing Persona 5, Persona 4 Royal Strikers, I do believe that whatever the continuity that you choose to pick, it doesn't really matter. Now, the one last point that I want to bring here is this issue happened before in Persona 5 Golden and Persona 4 Arena. What happened is Persona 4 came out, Persona 4 Golden came out, and Persona 4 Arena came out and was also simultaneously worked at the same time. It did create some kind of continuity issues. However, this was fixed with Persona 4 Ultimax, where they actually added the characters and kind of added more story elements to it. I believe that they will actually do this with Persona 5 Strikers as well. I believe that this won't be much of an issue once they can develop more on the story. This is just kind of like a way for them to be able to work on two games and releasing more games at the same time and everything. But again, never doubt Persona 5 Royal is canon because it is made by the creators of the game and it is on their website, and I don't believe for a million years they didn't spend millions making this game so they wouldn't be canon. That absolutely makes no fucking sense. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video here. This is just a discussion video here. Let me know in the comments below, what do you guys think about this? Canon, no canon, continuity? I feel like, again, a lot of people misunderstand canon and continuity because they're two different words and different meanings overall. But let me know in the comments below what you think, because I want to hear your opinion as well. Thank you so much for watching this. If you're new, please consider liking and subscribing, and I'll see you guys next time.